Now who wanna move close enough? Now who wanna move out of? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock them, yeah we got them, yeah we fought them. Like that black and orange up on them, single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and know them. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossing on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen, we gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our veins, sparks gonna fly. The beast is awake, orange, black and white. Cause when the jungle come alive, who day we ignite in the...
Welcome to Bengals and Brews. My name is Dale. This is Pork Chop and Derek.
Hi, I'm Pork Chop.
Bah! Derek's got another new tattoo for anybody.
He's celebrating. Derek's celebrating the Bengals.
The more tattoos Derek gets, the more we lose. I don't know when he's going to
Every time that fucking ink hits your skin, man. L.
Yeah. Earning my fucking stripes for sure.
You did earn your stripes, man. You striped it up, and so did 65,000 fucking people at the fucking game yesterday. They striped up the backsides of their fucking underwear.
Zach Taylor striped
shit our
and
fucking
you beat
pants.
me to it. You beat me to it. I was about to say Zach Taylor striped up the back of his underwear, but
Yeah, he did. Striped up the back of my underwear.
Well, he
too.
doubled down today. I know that'll make everyone
saw
happy
that.
to hear. He
Yeah.
doubled
Let me
down
just
and
say-
said he does not regret 3-run plays in overtime.
even though 2021 he said the exact opposite. You got a guy like Joe Burrow and you can't take the ball out of his hands. He said that verbatim.
Before the show started, I woke up and I woke up loaded. So I had to go upstairs and sit on the throne. And so I watched the montage that James Rapine put on of the press conference, not the press conference, but in the locker room after the game, just every different player. And I thought, Jesus Christ, man, these offensive players are the nicest fucking people in the world, because the way, especially Chase Brown, when they talk to Chase Brown, the way he danced
Canadian.
around,
He's
they're like-
Canadian.
yeah, you're right. Never mind.
Yeah.
He's Canadian. It's in his nature. But they're just like, can you really? What's the problem with this team? And he's like, well, we just got to go put more points up on the board. No shit, Chase Brown. You guys got to score 100 fucking points a game. That's the new motto. It's the identity of our team. We go out and score 100 fucking points, and we don't even have a defense. We're just going to get all offensive players from now on. No defense. We'll have Trey Hendrickson out there by himself. Like 11 guys are going to line up. Lamar Jackson, his whole team, and Trey Hendrickson. And then after they do their thing, and then we go back out on offense and we do it again.
Yeah.
If Trey Hendrickson gets that one sack, that's our defensive play, and we capitalize on that. And then
Lamar made some great plays, so hats off to him. He's a great player. He makes some incredible plays, but you do have to, when you got a chance at him, because we don't always have a chance at people, but when you do get a chance at him, you got to bring him down. You have to.
Mm-hmm.
But man, for Joe Burrow to put up almost 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, I know he had the interception that was tough, in a bad moment there, but he had done it for you all game. And Jamar Chase almost had 200 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. He was unstoppable. And you're going to say, nah, we ain't just going to try to find a way to get the ball in his hands here and get closer. You never want to say, hey, a 53-yarder, because you can say, well, yeah, but Evan McPherson's a really good kicker. Cool, that's all fine and dandy. It's more than just a kicker. It's an entire operation from a snap to a hold to the defensive guys try to block the ball. So there is so many factors that could go wrong there. That you don't just ever, especially if you got a quarterback like Joe Burrow, settle for a 50-some yarder. I was telling Derek, as soon as we're running the ball like that, I'm like, nope, we're going to lose this game.
2 interceptions in 5 years.
Just spill it.
I mean, 2 interceptions in 5 games. Joe Burrow has been money. You know what I'm saying? This dude is playing lights out.
MVP level, and we'd be talking about that, but you can't talk about a guy's the MVP guy when your team's 1-4. It's crazy.
They're not gonna, Joe Burrow can be the best quarterback in the league, but when the team's fucking 1-4, he is not in the
race. Yeah, you're not. Yeah, you're not even in the race for it. And I mean, that's just facts. That's just. How it goes.
Basically, I believe it's far enough. It's 5 games into the season. That's taking him out of the conversation totally. There's no way, right?
Yeah, I mean, they'd have to go on just an incredible run, and I'm just fucking tired of saying that every week. Like we just expect magic to happen, and the next week we come out and the defense can never get a stop when they really need one. And I mean, you're up you continuously kept being up by 10, which is what we really needed in that second half. We kept making sure we're up by 10, and they just, we couldn't ever get more than that. We couldn't ever stop them. They could just drive right down on us, and it took them no time to drive down and put points on the board. And I'm here too, Sindustries. You gotta. I don't know about a fire sale per se, because personally I want to keep Higgins, but I do get the argument for trading him and getting more value. What if you plan on letting him walk, which the Bengals probably do? I get tired of seeing these guys leave that are one of the 5 most talented players on the team. They walk, and then you get to watch them on Sundays go, man, I wish we had that guy now, because now we're even worse somehow on defense without Reader. Look at that. He's so incredible.
Dale, the silver lining is that we don't have to have a fire sale to get a good fucking draft pick next year, because the first mock draft I saw had us picking number 2.
Yeah.
So we don't need a fire sale to get a good draft pick. Goddamn, our defense is earning us one hell of a draft pick right now.
Yeah.
Come on, Harold Perkins Jr.
This is one thing that it's frustrating, because, like, when you look at this team, what it's lacking. And if any other team in the NFL right now that had the offense that we have, that is putting up the points that we are putting up, that is constantly scoring. I mean, we're averaging 28 points a game right now. This is the first time the highest we've scored, or our scoring average has been since, I forget what the stat was, but it's like offensively, we're in astronomical levels right now. Everything is clicking on the offensive side. They could go out and get a guy. Hassan Reddick is just a name that just pops up in my head. Like, you could go and trade a future pick, go all in for this season, because you have the offense.
Well, you'd have to make sure he's willing to play. Like right now, he's not willing to play for the.
He'll play for money.
Oh yeah,
exactly. And the Bengals aren't going to pay him. Like,
and that's what I'm saying. That's the frustrating thing with this front office. You have the moves there are moves here to be made to turn this defense around. They will not do it.
Here's the move they're making right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, honestly, I put my number one, if I'm firing any coach today, it's Lou. Like, and I'm not excusing Zach or, and the stuff with there in overtime, and then still not owning that, hey, I can't take the ball out of Burrow's hands. Cause I mean, let's be real. You just can't.
I mean,
but Lou, that defense so bad last year, and now again this year, it's just awful. And and a lot of people are like, well, the talent, he hasn't had the talent for 2 years. Man, they've got enough talent that he shouldn't be giving up 41 at home in these must-win games. And his record against the division is something awful. I was seeing people post. I can't remember the exact record, but I want to say something like 9-21. Against the division. Like that's what you gotta be able to beat those teams before you accomplish any other goals. I do want to get to Dustin's super chat here. We appreciate you, brother. He said, I want to win, however, it doesn't matter for our ultimate goal. I mean, Super Bowl is always the goal, but we're just not there. The defense is so bad, I can't believe my eyes.
Joe Burrow said it. We are not
400 on Sunday Night Football too.
Joe Burrow said it. We are not a championship team. We're not a championship team. This is not our destiny. I've been saying this is not our destiny.
We're going to retire the destiny year thing.
Yeah.
I got to take it off.
Did you already take the shirt off the shop?
No, because I'm not going to lie, Derek. I came here and just wanted to get fucked up and forget that yesterday even happened. I mean, it was a goddamn horrible day. I fucking ate a whole bunch of goddamn Chinese food. Soon on my way home, I got like 2 big things of Chinese food. Came home, got fucked up, ate that shit, and I went into a coma. Yeah. Chinese food, getting fucked up coma.
So, one thing I wanted to mention on my rewatch, and Dale, you talked about it for months.
You're a glutton for punishment.
Yeah,
or not months. Yeah, for months. It's been months. I forgot what month we were in already. For a month, we've talked about how soft this safety duo is. I mean, I love Von Bell, love him for everything that he's done for us, but it's just not it anymore. I mean, he is looking old. He's looking slow. He's looking every move he makes is a tick too late. I mean, there was one I just watched it. The ball gets tipped up in the air. 3 years ago, that was an interception for Vaughn. And this time, ball hits the ground. I
So
mean, it's
this
just
is an
like
argument exactly for the getting rid of Lou. Because why are we
Yeah.
holding on to him? Because he's Lou's fucking guy? Because
Yeah.
they go fucking shopping together or some shit like that? Because does he come over and play video games all fucking night? Does he Netflix and chill with Lou? I mean,
Yeah, and
literally, what
Jordan
the fuck
Battle
is
did
going
get
on
8
here?
snaps, so he has got some more, and he didn't look great, and he graded out.
Yeah.
And it was actually like even worse as far as the PFF grades. Geno Stone was a 27.5 overall.
He's a
almost
good
let
player,
we
good guy,
almost like we let the wrong safety go.
good pickup. I love it when these players come out and they're fired up to play their old team, so they turn it on and really play great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's never been a good run defender. I don't know how the Bengals did not know that. He's never. You could literally go on PFF and see he was always and he plays 90 to 100% of the snaps every single week. So this guy is the guy you're counting on, and he's out there giving his run defense grade is a 36, and honestly, that may even be a little higher. And that's an awful grade, by the way, but that may be a little higher than his career. It's honestly always been low as a run defensive player. He's not good at it. That's why I kind of thought, well, maybe they plan on using these guys, certain matchups, this, that, and the other, and a more running team. Yeah, he's not going to do well. And
Chris
I mean,
is
he hasn't
right.
done well all year. It hasn't really mattered, to be honest. But his tackling
Yeah.
grade is a 26.6. Like that's atrocious.
Yeah.
I don't know about this. Is this true? Nick's got the grade of Geno Stone.
Where's Tyson
Is it-
Anderson?
It's not
I
that
mean-
bad, is it?
He's probably not far off. I know
Yeah.
Nick Scott was dead last year in the NFL, and I'd say Geno Stone isn't far off. Like I haven't looked this week, but I bet he's not far off from being dead last as a safety in the NFL, grade wise on PFF at least.
Right.
And you can say what you want, but the eye test backs up. He's not.
Yeah.
And
And
he's not had any kind of positive impact. I mean,
Dale, I think you was having a conversation with a Ravens fan or what was it, 2 weeks ago, and he said Geno Stone was completely all he was just it was the entire defense around him that made him look as good as he looked.
Yeah, he had the 8 interceptions, but most of them was just like thrown right to him. It wasn't like he was just, some great coverage guy that was locking people up back there in the secondary. No, a lot of times their defense, and it was some shit quarterback play on top of their Ravens defense. There was guys just literally throwing the ball and it would go right to Geno Stone. Like, I know you still got to make the play, and 8 interceptions was incredible, but yeah, the more you watched of Geno Stone after we got him, the more I was like, ugh.
Geno Stone was better maybe because the linebacker play, the Roquan Smith out there, made it better in the secondary.
Yeah. Well, our defense is also, they're so fucking confused, man. I think it was Bengals saying,
exactly. How many times
stuff where the linebackers both did the same thing, and then no one
didn't it look like?
How do you guys just not know what you're doing 5 weeks?
It looked like a lot of times that they were out there, they weren't even set when the play started because they're like pointing each other like this way that they don't even know what the fuck they're doing. That's what it looks like to me. And I sit up in the 300 where I can see it going on. It just looks like a lot of times they're not even set. And I'm thinking, man, you guys better get fucking set. They're going to snap the ball. You're not even ready. And then they snap the ball, and it just looks like it happened a couple times on offense too. Like I saw Joe like pointing somebody somewhere and it wasn't going the way that it looked like they were a little confused, but mostly on the defense. And that brings up, remember the last game when they had the 12, they had too many men on the field and they kept running back and forth. It's the same bullshit, man. They ain't got it figured out.
Many men.
And here's a t-shirt, make Cincy D great again.
You're right.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Hey, look, man, the defense was great for a while. All right. But somebody said it when we lost to the Commanders. They said Lou's built this defense to beat Kansas City. And so far, he's not wrong. Whoever said that. And we only, we lost to Kansas City by 1 point. That was a great game. But besides that game, the other 4 games, what did we do defensively? We didn't stop anybody. We stopped the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? Like we held them down to 16 points.
And Carolina is one of the bottom feeders. That's the only team we've beaten, and it's Carolina who also just has 1 win. And Andy Dalton gave them a spark that 1 week, but overall, that's not like just some kind of dominant team. Their best player's been injured in Derek Brown on the interior, and they traded Brian Burns to the Giants, I believe,
Yeah.
who we're going to see
Yep.
this week. So
Yeah.
you're going to get a healthy dose of Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence for the Giants in the interior. Now, I know our line is playing pretty well. PFF grades wasn't near as good this week for the line. I will say that, as it has been. But overall, man, I don't have any complaints with our line. Now, Zach Taylor did say Amarius Mims is very, very sore, and they're going to have to monitor and stuff this week, but they're hopeful for Sunday because Cody Ford, by the way, for the offense was the lowest graded guy. He had to come in, and he played 26 snaps and had a 40 grade, and his pass blocking, and we mostly throw the ball, was a 24.9. So, you lost Trent Brown and Marius Mims, but that was the problem with Cody Ford. It's like they're going to continue. And now I thought, maybe Jackson Kirkland should be that right tackle guy. Boom, out for the season. Tore his bicep yesterday.
Yeah.
That's why they claimed Andrew Stuber off of waivers from the Atlanta Falcons today. We were all kind of like, what the fuck are you claiming an offensive lineman for? Dax Hill's out for the season. You're thinking this doesn't make sense, but then you hear the corresponding thing that Jackson Kirkland is also done for the season. So your depth on the O-line is, even when Derek's here, he's not here. Just disappears. Your offensive line depth is struggling right now because, Kirkland was a guy who provided some versatility at multiple positions, and relying on Cody Ford is just – it's not it, man. It was like relying on Zach Carter.
Man, I noticed that yesterday a lot. There were like 6 linemen constantly.
Well, Mims was hurt too for a while.
That was
Ford had to play, and then Kirkland was kind of coming in as the extra tackle, but he only got 3 snaps.
I'm just gonna say this, man. Just rest Mims. Just let him heal up. There's no fucking reason to put him out there injured at this. Seriously.
But that was the whole thing coming out, guys. He's always injured.
Yeah. Well, this is different though. It's well, this is his ankle, I guess. So it was the ankle in college too. I was gonna say the preseason it was a pectoral injury, but you're right. This is the ankle.
I'm just saying that was the concern, was the injuries. He hadn't played a lot because he was injured when it was his time to really play there at Georgia.
How many more games is it before we 100% just go, there's absolutely no way they can turn it around?
Well,
my heart is always going to say, well, until you're out of the playoff race, you could always go on a run. But my head is telling me that this season is fucking done. I hate to say that after 5 weeks, but that's that's what my head is telling me based on what we've seen from our defense. Like, what part of me, based on what we have seen from our defense, should I be able to come on here and say, guys, I truly believe we're about to turn this thing around and start winning games? Because Joe Burrow is playing at an MVP level, and we're still losing, guys, and we're losing to some teams that we say, well, we got an easy schedule still. We had an easy schedule to start with. We're still
that's right.
Games.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
are you guys ready for this?
I just don't know what 2-3 things that they could even change on the defense to make us better. I'm ready for it now, Derek.
You'd have bringing somebody in. All right. This is from Jay Morrison, in case nobody saw this. This is the 14th time in Bengals history they've lost their first 3 home games in a season. They've never rallied to a winning record. Only twice have they come back to win more than 4 games.
Yeah. So most of the time when they start like this, their ceiling is 4 wins in that season. Now, you got Joe Burrow, so you never know.
Yeah.
But I see a lot of people in the comments saying, if we lose this week, then it's officially over.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because, the Giants are another one of those teams. Yes, they just got a win against a pretty decent Seattle team. But it is Sunday Night Football in their stadium. I don't know how many primetime games they've gotten lately. Maybe they still do. I just don't.
I will say,
don't fucking watch them. So
Dale, just because I'm upset, and I just, as long as we're talking about how bad their record's going to be and stuff, just give me 3 names. 3 names that we could pick in the top 5 so that people got something to look into. So they got a silver lining. 3 names if we pick in the top 5 that would be.
I'll start with Mason
Joe
Graham.
Burrow for our defense.
Mason Graham, I mentioned him earlier on Twitter, the defensive tackle from Michigan. So we like Michigan guys, so it makes sense anyways. But he's a very good, very, very good defensive tackle, and he's just a tough son of a bitch that's good against the run, but he's got some good pass rush juice too. Yeah, he's more of a 3 tech, and they also have Kenneth Grant beside him. But he's not a top 5, but he's probably a first-round guy.
How big is Mason?
Run stopper. Oh man, off the top of my head, I'm not 100% sure. I'm sure I could look it up. I want to say he's 6'3" or 6'4" and probably like 320.
So he could play zero every once in a while, right?
Yeah, yeah. And he's a strong dude too. So, but he would be probably at the top of the list, for what we potentially need. Now, one thing that I'm not going to rule out, and I really like Tet. I go Tet. It's TT, but it's like Tetaroa. So
Yeah.
I usually say Tet. McMillan.
Ted.
Yeah, wide receiver from Arizona. He's like 6'4", and now he's a little thin frame, but the kid's an absolute beast. But I don't want to be picking another top 5 wide receiver that then we're ultimately probably not going to pay, or then we're going to what? We're not going to pay Jamar in the year.
Yeah.
And so I hope we don't go that route, but I'm just throwing that out there as a name because it's one that I think wouldn't completely shock me if we ended up in the top 5 to 10 picks.
Yeah.
Because they're going to let Higgins go,
right?
That they say, well, we got to get another weapon. But I mean, they do have Burton and stuff, so that one may be a little more of a long shot.
Yeah.
Are there
Dax's injury and CTB's had a little bit of up and down play? Then I would throw out Will Johnson from Michigan, or actually, I'll do it 4. I'll give you 4 instead of 3.
Okay.
/ Travis Hunter. But Travis Hunter, I think, ultimately for the NFL may end up being a wide receiver, so he might almost fit in that Tet McMillan, but he plays both ways, obviously, at Colorado.
You think that there's a possibility?
I would want him corner for the Bengals that I let play quite a bit.
That's what I was going to say.
If I drafted him,
not every play like he's doing now, but certain plays, you put Travis Hunter in there if that's a possibility. Plus, you get a fucking elite corner. That dude's going to be an elite corner, right? In the NFL, most likely.
I think so. He's an elite athlete, and he's got elite ball skills on either side of the ball. You know what I mean? He's a playmaker.
Maybe he could do safety also.
I mean, I think it's a guy you just if I was the Bengals, I'd want to keep him on defense.
Right.
I think for him and knowing where the money is and following the money, that he's going to want to be a wide receiver if he has to choose which one to be. But I would love to play him at corner, but still get him 15 snaps at wide receiver.
Fuck it. We're picking top 5. Let's get Jalen Milroe. We can have 2 quarterback sets.
He had a shit week too, man. He picked a bad week. You should have said that name last week.
I know. Yeah.
What about my Homer guy? Although he's out, so I think his stock went way down.
Yeah. Well,
Perkins.
What is he? Because he's a good passer.
That's what I'm saying. I think his stock went down, but he's a raw piece of meat that is a super good athlete. That if he was used correctly, man, he'd be good. But I think he's a gamble at top 5. That's for sure.
I agree, and I still have Hunter listed as a corner, and I still have Will Johnson ahead of him in my rankings and stuff in the draft guide. If anybody wants it, I've literally started working on this draft guide right after.
Might as well, man. That thing ought to be on sale right now, hot, because we need something to look forward to.
But hey, there's a long time till the draft, and I get that. And listen, I haven't pushed it too much because I understand most people don't even want to think about the draft at this time of year. When I even say that, I'm like, hey, except me, I'm weird and I like it.
Exactly.
So I always just tell people, hey, it's out there, and if you want to be more familiar when you're watching college football on Saturday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday or every other day that college football seems to be on.
And
it
honestly,
gives you some names to look at. It's over 300 prospects in it. I've watched these guys. I've tried to rank them. I've tried to stack them up with some pros and cons in there. I'm no expert. I'm no Dane Brugler and all these guys, but I just enjoy watching it. I kind of tell you what I'm seeing with my eyes and let you form your own opinion along with kind of what I have. Gives you some players to watch, if anything else.
And I was just going to say, honestly, in order to get the best draft guide you could possibly do, and this is why I love looking in and reading everything Dale puts out there, is you can't just pick it up once the season's over and be like, all right, let me start combing through players, because you can't get a good quality draft guide that way. When, like you said, over 300 prospects, that's a lot of guys to go through. You have to go throughout the year and see, is this guy increasing his stock and I'm gonna have to move him down, to actually be able to know where to put him.
Yeah, and then injuries happen, and then that puts a class. And then you don't know, but you don't know the guys who are going to come back. So that's the thing.
Yeah,
if they go back to school and they don't come out. yeah,
Is there
that
there another draft guide that's offered like this that keeps you updated, constantly sends you updates for your one-time goddamn
Maybe. I don't
$5
know.
donation to a charity?
Yeah.
Literally a $5 donation to a charity, and you will get updated emails constantly updating the draft guide.
Yeah, I
It's
sent out to
ridiculous.
only a few people got it, but I sent it out to them, and then I already sent them an update again like a week or two later.
And Dale takes all that money and he doesn't get any of it. Never mind. It all goes to charity. Dale does all this shit for free.
I don't get anything out of it.
It's
I
what
just
Dale
enjoy
does.
doing it. I would
What
do it
Dale
anyway.
does for Project Game Day charity, this draft guide is fucking unreal. The amount of hours that are put into that draft guide just weekly, just updating it, is great. And just so everybody knows, at the end of the day, last draft season, Dale had a 100 big board, and he got 81 of his top 100 players were drafted in the top 100. That's fucking incredible. Nobody else, I don't give a fuck, pick a name. Pick a name that you watch on TV. They did not get 81 out of their top 100 drafted in the top 100.
All right, and I'm sucking my dick. I thoroughly enjoyed this because
if you want to turn off your camera and jerk off
anymore.
Quick,
being
Dale.
married for 19 years tomorrow, by the way. So happy anniversary, Marissa. I know you don't watch this show, so I can be romantic because you're not watching.
Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! Happy anniversary! Go ahead, Derek.
Dustin Cross was talking about our defense and saying, not sure we're in a hole because of recent drafts, and he feels like most of it's the
coaching.
The coaching. I don't know. I mean, the problem is the drafts that we have missed on, the players that we have missed on have been high value pieces or high value draft picks, like a second rounder,
Jackson Carman in the second round, and they traded down. So you're like, okay, cool, they traded down. And they missed a lot in the trenches, and that set us back. And now we finally kind of worked our way through it on the offensive line. Now we're hoping Chris Jenkins, McKinley, Jackson hit, which Jackson, he only got like, let me look real quick. He got like 9 snaps, I think it was. I can't remember the exact number. Whatever, I ain't going to stay here forever and look for it. But I know Chris Jenkins got 58% of the snaps this week, which was another increase from last week's 40 and 20-some the week before or something. So definitely working him in there more. And he didn't have a big game or that noticeable. Yeah, no. It wasn't very good. His run defense grade was only 52.2, and his tackling grade was 28. So he didn't have a good game, but I don't know, man. I like Chris Jenkins, and I want to see these guys develop, right? Like, what do I have to look forward to in a guy like Von Bell? What part of the future does he fit in here? And where's he going to just all of a sudden improve and not be an older, washed-up player?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, Sam Hubbard, now I got to go back a little bit on Sam. Had a decent game. Now, there's still some plays that he could have made that could have helped steal it, but Sam Hubbard played a really good game. Now, the safety, you can say, well, he got the safety. Then Bradley was unblocked. He did what he should have there. No one blocked, which is weird. But but no, he did. He played very well. He also had a sack, and he had that safety. And if he could have just made the one more play there toward the end on Lamar, we would definitely be. But he was still, I got to give him his credit. He was a 73.2, second highest rated player on the team per PFF behind BJ Hill. BJ Hill. Yeah. I mean, I know we gave up 41. I'm not going to sit here and sing praises too much to anybody on this defense, but BJ Hill is somebody you really need, right? You're a lot worse without BJ Hill than with him. Sam Hubbard, now his snaps was down to 65%. So his snaps going down to 65% instead of 75 and 80. I think that also helped him play better. I wanted to see that number around 60%. Drop it just a little lower each game because that's what Trey Hendrickson was out there for is 60. There ain't no reason.
Miles Murphy had a decent game.
I mean, you've rewatched it, right? You've rewatched it. It's tough for me to come on here and without, having rewatched it. And I honestly don't feel like torturing myself. This season's been pure torture for me to want to rewatch any of these games, guys.
Yeah.
Hey,
I just thought Miles Murphy, like I say he had a decent game. It was just, you could tell he was still, it looked like he still wasn't quite at 100%. Like there was the one play where he just
got a little rusty, right? After 5 or 6 weeks.
Yeah. And he just,
playing
he looked a step behind where he should be, I guess I should say.
You just got to
His run
knock the
defense
rust
grade
off.
was 45.2, but I will say his tackling grade was a 72.
Yeah.
And I mean, that means when he's in the position, he's not
Especially-
fucking letting them get out of his hands and
Especially
fucking
on a
run
team
down the
where
field.
nobody seems to know how to tackle. And I just want to say Anthony's comment here is talking about the front office. And in honesty, it's not just the coaching staff. It starts up front. You know what starts up front? The ability to give accountability to where it is. Like this team, the ownership of this team is so loyal to their coaches that, they don't make changes. Like there's a fucking huge problem with our defense. Going back to what you said, Derek, I think we drafted good players, man. How are we going to say Miles Murphy was not a good draft pick? Miles Murphy is a good draft pick. Dax Hill was a good draft pick. It didn't work out at safety or whatever. Like he was more of an athlete than a player at that position. But, Chris Jenkins is good. We've drafted good defensive players. They're not coming together, and there's got to be a fucking reason. It's not like we got people out there playing defense that got picked in the 7th round or undrafted free agents. I mean, some of them, yeah, sure. But we got a pretty fair amount of top level picks from the draft out there.
Well, remember, I was telling you guys, 8 of our last 10 picks in the top 3 rounds have been on the defensive side of the ball.
That's what I'm saying.
How are we not giving how are we not getting talent? And Lou is part of that evaluation process.
Yep.
And
this defense
coaching.
This defense has not been this bad since what was his name? Is it Terrell Austin back in the Marvin era? Was that his name?
No, you're Terry. I don't remember. Terry? I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Anyway, the guy that they brought in from Dallas who was supposed to fix our defense or brought him in from Detroit. It's been too fucking long ago. I can't remember. But he literally had one of the worst graded defenses in the NFL, and we're like, well, let's give him a shot.
Yeah, we
missed. And then Marvin ended up having to take over on the defense. They fired him halfway through the year.
Well, maybe Mike McCarthy will get fired in Dallas, and that means that's where Zimmer's at again, right?
Yeah.
Maybe Daddy Zimmer will come home and just fucking light a fire under someone's ass or something. I don't know.
Bring Mike McCarthy with you.
Man, it's so deflating as a fan right now because our offensive line has played so much better as a whole this season, and Joe Burrow is playing so well. Jamar Chase, T. Higgins looks good out there. Like the offense firing on all cylinders, and it's like, man, that's a team that offensively is so dominant right now that no team wants to face that offense. No defense is watching tape that week and being excited about having to face that offense. But on the flip side, their offensive rooms are watching the tape about our defense, and they're fucking rock hard, boys, because they're like, shit, we're all having career days.
Oh, yeah, we're all going to put some stats up now. Like, goddamn, if your team is playing Cincinnati, if you got like a wide receiver or whatever that's playing Cincinnati, go ahead and pick them up for your fucking fantasy. And that's just real talk, man.
They actually contained Derrick Henry pretty well until that last play.
The last run, he had what? 140 yards or
I
something?
think 97 total or something like that for the game, but 50 or 60 of it was on that last play.
That last
literally
run.
held him to 30 or 40 throughout.
I thought we contained Lamar Jackson very well, too. I thought
maybe it was the total
great
team
job containing
run
Lamar.
offense.
Lamar, so many times, I know it's hard to see it from your angle down there in the end zone, but I'm telling you, like, I'm right on the 50, only nine rows up in 300. And so many times Lamar tried to escape that pocket and he just stopped because he knew it. But then a couple times when he did, he certainly broke a bunch of tackles. Matter of fact, that one that he threw that touchdown. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a highlight. We'll be seeing that highlight when he when he fucking spun and ran that.
Oh, we'll be seeing it all right because remember, we all get to fucking live through this with goddamn Hard Knocks in season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be real fun to watch fucking Hard Knocks.
It don't start until they don't start.
Doesn't matter when it starts.
A couple weeks.
It's still going to be the same amount of fun.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you this though. I mean, this is so hard to watch our offense go out there, which I want to say is probably like top 3, right? The offense. If you just take the offense, is it top 3? And then our defense, which is absolutely fucking last. to watch this team go out there, I don't know if I'd feel better if we just sucked everything. Like if
Well, it's our
everybody
passing
sucked.
offense. Our passing offense is top 3. Our run
Okay.
defense is more.
Wasn't Chase
slower.
Brown like? I know that he hasn't had as many carries as other people that are ranked in the category, but wasn't he coming in like one of the, if not the top back as far as like yards per carry and stuff like that? Efficiency.
Yeah, I was gonna say his efficiency too, Derek. I'm sure is probably what's off the charts because he doesn't even. And that split is still like, and I have complaints about Zach Moss still, like I said last week, but that split should not be 33% for Chase Brown and 67% for Moss. It's got to be closer to 50-50, at least closer, right? 60-40, 55-45, something. I mean, but that was a tough team to run against. So they were number 1 ranked run defense. I'm glad you didn't just try to do that all game. No, you needed to throw the fucking ball.
I said I wasn't going to get mad. I said I wasn't going to get mad.
Congratulations, Kyle. Your team won.
Yeah, you got a good team, man.
Yeah,
and the Steelers shit the bed for you. Apparently, I was asleep because that game was delayed, and I could not stay up till 1 to watch it. But checked it this morning when I woke up and saw that Dallas scored on a 4th and goal or something at the with not much time left.
And so Kyle, if you know that little kid that sat next to me that was cheering for the Ravens, I'm glad he had a great day. They went to go get something to eat at the beginning of the overtime, and he wasn't back there to see his team win. So if you see that little kid, tell him I said congratulations. I'm glad he had a good day.
Year-old, I mean, he looked like a grown man because he is a pretty tall kid and stuff. No, did he? Nothing like that.
No, did he?
But just saying, like, Derek thought he was older than 15 because Derek was doing some weird shit or saying some weird shit, and he's like, Sarah's like, he's just a kid. He's only 15 right beside you, Derek. Stop it. That's how we know he's 15, by the way. But anyway.
I might have bit it.
No cap.
Too.
Yeah, he was basically trying to bite Sarah's titties in the stands.
Yeah, no cap.
But yeah, so that kid was there, and, we talked to him throughout the game, and, I was happy for him, shook his hand when the game was over. Like, I don't hate the Ravens as much as I've said this before. We talked about who do you hate the most, and for whatever reason, I know the fuck Joe Burrow thing and all that stuff. There's reasons to not love them, but I don't know. Pittsburgh and Cleveland for me far outweigh my hatred.
Yeah, and and Kyle, we all felt this way. Like, who didn't feel in the fourth quarter that we were actually going to win that game? We're up by 10.
When Jamar got that touchdown, that's when I let myself really believe. That's what I said, Derek, they gave us hope because when Jamar got that one, and it's like, now you're back up 10. All right, now we just need one stop, literally one stop, and you end the game. But it's like, oh, yeah, I forgot who our defense is.
Yep.
You're right. Here we go. Now Kyle, look, we broke bread. We made friends. Fuck the Chiefs. You know what I was thinking yesterday? I was like, that Lamar is a good dude. Like, look, man. And this was like at the beginning of the game. It's hard to hate Lamar. He seems like a really fucking good dude. I mean, but no lie though, Kyle, fuck the Ravens.
Well, and he's a guy who always puts on too for like where he's from and stuff in Florida. And I always respect that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's always like doing stuff back there.
Yeah, I'm a football fan. I love the Bengals.
So we still have a small chance, guys, to turn this thing around.
Yep. He still has the beard. We're happy.
Right.
We didn't know.
If nothing else, what we accomplished this season was Greg finally hit puberty and he's becoming a man right before our eyes.
Yes.
Look at that.
We get nothing else out of this season.
What's it like to be noticed as a man now when you walk through the parking lot down there in lot 1, Greg? People are like, that dude is a man.
Well, Derek never could be a man because he was always jealous that I grew a beard. And Derek was throwing a fit at me. He's like, God damn it, Greg, I've tried to grow a beard for years and you for 3 years. And all that. And all this stuff. And if you would have done something like me, I had the golden touch and all that. I mean, I just never knew it all these years.
By the time we play Philly, I'll bet Sarah's probably down there in the parking lot trying to grab your dick.
Why in the world?
Probably traded Derek in for you.
Look how much it's going to grow before that. Oh, yeah. Be careful.
Well, actually, she likes a smooth face.
So today, I have to go celebrate a family member's birthday here around 5:00 at my family's house, and I have 2 little nephews. They're young, they don't know, but I told my brother to not tell them to talk Bengals with me. I'm just not. I don't want to, because literally we lost the Chiefs. I go to my family's house, and they all know not to talk. They all know not to talk Bengals. My little 6-year-old nephew Alex, he's like, "Hey, Uncle Greg, how about the Bengals?" I'm like.
You're like, fuck you, kid.
No. But I was like,
told your brother, like, come get your fucking kid before I fuck him up.
No. But I was like,
Get him the fuck away from me right now.
Yeah. Get this fucking kid away from me.
No. I was like, his name's Alex. Alex.
Did he not see this beard?
Yeah, this is the don't fuck with me face.
It's a don't fuck with me beard.
Yeah, I don't know, Wade. I'm with you, man. How
He's
do you not
employed by the
just-
Cincinnati Bengals, and he's a coach.
You got to shake something up, right? And like that's another thing I said. People calling for Zach Taylor's job. It's hard to fire a head coach. I mean, yeah, who do you promote if you fire him, Lou? Like we're removing the head coach. Like what? No.
Well, here's the thing. Here's one thing of somewhat positivity. Excuse me for living in a fantasy world, which I am. But a friend of mine today, I was at work, was telling me that they asked a bunch of analysts, like, okay, you got the Chiefs, you got the Bills. I forget the two other teams, the Ravens, or the one other team. Like, who are you picking out of this sport? A lot of analysts are still saying I'm going with the Bengals. I mean, the AFC right now is still not that good and all that. And we're only we're only 2 games still behind the division.
That's enough of that bullshit. I can't do it.
Don't put Greg in the corner.
Greg, don't be coming on here all positive Bengalized like that. Please. I love
Funny
you,
thing
man.
is, this is coming
Don't
from
give me goddamn hope.
Yeah,
we
we don't want to have hope right now, Greg.
This is from a friend of mine who I've always called a Debbie Downer. Usually, this is the ironic thing about it. Usually,
I've
I've
been Bengalized too, as Chop says. Like Derek was doing this, it's like
Jason
trying to find
Garrison,
the silver linings.
No, I'm just saying. Look. I understand everybody's frustration. I went on I think I posted something on Facebook today, or Twitter. I said I'm still a fan no matter what. And I had people like, I'm still a fan, Greg, but goddamn it, they need to make some moves. I mean, maybe I'm just asking for it.
Jason
This
Garrison
is
put on Twitter yesterday something about we could go on a six game run, and I'm like, we've been Bengalized, Jason. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's not going to happen.
This is the literal GIF or post or whatever. The old man holding the umbrella, and it's just pouring down rain, and it's just the Bengals. Like I'm still a fan. I still love you.
I got to tell you though, if the Bengals turn this around, I'm going to start believing like in spirits and Jesus Christ and everything else, because there has to be something that happened I just don't see how you fix this defense. What do you do to turn this defense around? I just don't know what.
Eli Apple, Xavier Howard.
Oh, that'll fix it. Let's get him up here.
And it's better than nothing right now, Chad.
You lost Dak, and you are playing a bunch of guys who, to me, aren't necessarily outside corners now. Their best, is what you're kind of left with.
Well, Apple wouldn't be a bad pick.
I mean, Turner and CTB is definitely going to have to obviously both step up and play the outside corner spots as starters. But yeah, I wouldn't be. But this is why we talked about maybe bringing a veteran in. The whole time. But yeah, I think it was only the one. I only saw the one. Yeah. It was the first down play they called a pass, and Joe changed it. But after that, then
after that, he had heavy personnel, so it wasn't like Joe could change out of that play.
There wasn't much in there on that first down for him to change it either. If you see the alignment on that play, but he could have went to Chase and not changed it. Like, I mean, Higgins wasn't even out there. Yoshi was, but I think it was Tony Pike, and he put something. He's like, man, why didn't you just run the little screen right there out to him? The corner was already playing off, and they had 10 guys basically ready for the run on that first down play. So I think Joe probably wants that one back, since he did say that he changed that one. But they're still like Zach, was like, well, if we get a sack or a holding, then and yes, I guess, but you never go for a 50 plus period yard field goal, especially when Joe Burrow has put up 400 yards and 5 touchdowns. Like, why are we taking the game out of his hands right now? Double tap, Greg. You always say double tap.
No. Did you guys notice this? When everybody and their grandmother knew it was going to be a running attack, the whole Ravens was lined up and literally as a goal line formation. Chase was all by himself, one-on-one. You throw one pass to Chase, he makes one juke. Walk-in touchdown.
Well, he was killing it. He had
why take him? Look, the intercept, and I even when I was in the stands, I was telling James this. Even before Burrow threw the interception, I'm like, if we lose this game, if Burrow throws one interception, this is not his fault. Shit happens. I get that, but like I say, the Ravens knew we were running the ball all 3 times in a row. Give them What do I know?
It's frustrating, but you know what's not frustrating, Greg?
Midwest Best Barbecue and 50 West Beer. Proud sponsor of the show. Never a frustrating, dull moment at all with either of those two that are proud sponsors, which, by the way, we got to enjoy some lovely 50 West at the game Sunday. And come October 27th, Midwest Best and will be sponsoring us at Bengals and Brews October 27th against the Eagles. We will be having cooked eagle that game. Just kidding.
No, we will be having Midwest Best barbecue wings and mac and cheese and
Mac
all the
and cheese.
delicious stuff you can get at Midwest. We will have that.
Yeah,
next
Midwest
tailgate.
Best, right?
But you know what? But you know what else? What I'll be eating with my Midwest Best? You know what T-shirt I'll be wearing? One of the T-shirts from the Chop Shop.
Like the one you got now.
Yeah, well, this is no raggedy shirts.
And this guy, look, our defense, whatever, but still blackout Trey.
Actually, I think this was from our old shop, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
although that design is available in the Chop Shop. All the old plus a whole bunch of fucking weird ones that Dale just like AI imaged. Yeah, they're all available at the Chop Shop. And hopefully by the next game when you stop down there, also we're going to have the new Bengals and Brews koozies.
Yep.
Which are, I got to tell you, they're fucking elite. Whoever designed those things, I don't know. Fucking guy ought to open up a shirt shop or something.
I'm telling you, Al is a really good designer.
That's true. He is. Also, this guy worked on what Al did. He
there you
added
go.
to Al.
Yes.
But I want to talk about the last play or the last. We got to talk about the last 3 plays for the Bengals offense a little bit because we dove in it a little bit.
Have you ever seen another guy take as much blame for shit that wasn't his fault as Evan McPherson?
Oh, I know.
Yeah, because ultimately, old, that.
Yeah,
man.
You'd think he was married to Ryan.
And I see some people say it was a bad snap and bad hold. I thought the snap was fine.
Yeah,
the snap was good. It was a very bad hold.
The
ball went completely sideways.
He was expecting it.
The ball went completely sideways on the turf, and he tried to pick it up. And as he was picking it up, Evan's foot was swinging.
Let me ask you.
Evan's like, it doesn't matter how the ball snapped. It doesn't matter the hold. It's my job to put it through the post, and ultimately it's my fault because it didn't go through. And I'm like,
and those are the kind of guys you want, though.
Ryan Rico got some kind of blackmail on Evan McPherson.
Oh, Ryan 100% took the blame, and I like
Ryan
that,
also did
from a rookie. Yeah, he did. He said,
I've seen a couple people talk about Darren Simmons. If would be another guy they could put as a potentially head coach. But I'm saying fire Lou and put my guy Duff in there. I know he's like 71 years old, but Duff did it before. He did it in I think it was 2018 for Tampa Bay, the final 11 games that season. And I shared that on Twitter earlier, and it's like their yards per game went from it dropped by 80 yards per game. It was in the mid fours, and then it dropped down to the 3 something, so Duff was able to be a part of that and come in and do it before. So I'm just saying, to shake something up, maybe a change would fire him up. I don't know, because right now you just got a lot of bad play out there. And if Lou is so loyal to Von Bell and Geno, and I know they just paid Geno Stone, so it's like they're probably just banking on him turning things around because they gave him a 3-year deal. But Von Bell's here on a 1. But anyways, back to your running plays.
Yeah, I was just thinking this team. We've said for years when they didn't have a running game, they had passing plays that were an extension of the running game. You can't tell me that when you're going up against the best rushing defense in the NFL. Let me say that again: the best defense rushing wise in the NFL.
Yeah, they were getting up 50 yards per game. I mean, it wasn't even close.
I think.
Why would you not throw those plays instead of going to the run plays? Because the run game was not working until late in the third quarter. We got a couple, not a lot, but a couple really good run plays that made it look better than what it really was. But they just, when your passing game is working as good as it is, to where, Burrow only had 8 I can't remember how many incompletions he had now, but very, very few. Everything was working for him. Why would you not give the ball to Burrow and say, go win it for us?
Because you're playing it safe. Because you're playing it safe.
He was a giant fucking coward in the moment.
Let me just
period.
Yeah. Now, didn't Zach say that was Burrow's call for the running plays?
Only on first down.
Only on first down. Okay.
Let me just say this though. Today's show, let's say Evan McPherson kicks that game-winning field goal. Then what's today's show like? Are we still?
We're back. We're back. We beat the Ravens. We found a way to win. Our defense is still pure ass, but that's a very good team. And Joe Burrow is fully back in the MVP conversation, and you're 1-0 in the division. And the Steelers would have lost, and everything would have been even tighter in the division. But you didn't. You didn't make it. You lost. And I actually still would have said, why the fuck did we run the ball? Because there could have been things that could have happened. Why did we just settle for kicking it from 50-plus yards? Because I said it right away, Derek. Right away. I was like, oh, fuck me.
Especially when you couldn't watch your screen.
I was not confident. I had my camera up. I did not even look. I heard cheering. Then I'm like, oh, that's the Ravens cheering. God damn it.
Dale didn't get to watch his screen.
So I always turn around at the big board behind me when they're kicking because I cannot stand to watch the kicks.
Me neither.
Like live on the field. So I turn around and watch them on the video board. And it wasn't on. It was only on the other one on the far end. So they forced me to watch that direction. So I kind of blame, honestly, the Bengals for doing that to me.
Bengals production crew. It's their fault.
Yeah.
You look like you're deep in thought there, Chop.
No, I'm just like, I don't know, man. I felt
sad.
like that since the game yesterday. I'm just like, I'm not gonna root. I can't root against the team. Like even when we were playing Andy Dalton against Miami for and if we would have won, we wouldn't have got Burrow. I just can't bring myself to do it. But
that was the closest I've been.
At the end of the fucking day, man.
Was that? Yeah.
But
I'm just at a loss for words. And not only that, but let me tell you something that one of the aspects of this loss, it's not just the play on the field, but a loss like yesterday is really going to fucking tear this locker room apart because both sides of that fucking ball know why they lost that game. And it's got nothing to do with anybody that's on the offense. It's 100% the goddamn defense. If we go out and fucking put 38 fucking points on the board and don't win, and we did the same thing against the Commanders and don't win. The Commanders punter with a rookie punter didn't even fucking never punt. He held the ball. That's it. He never even punted. So, I mean, that is not good in the locker room. That is a lot of tension. That is your offense. To tell you the truth, they'd be better off just to let it out, to just have it out, have their fucking shouting match and get it out. Because I feel like just from the interviews, the offensive guys they don't want to say our defense is fucking trash and they need to step the fuck up. Like somebody on our defense needs to step up. We can't go out there and score 38 fucking average 28 points. And that's with two games where we didn't get a lot of points. Because the other two, we scored fucking crazy. So
I forget if it was Joe or if it was Jamar, one of the guys saying, yeah, we just got to go out and we got to score more. That was basically their way of saying.
And Joe Burrow's way of saying it. Joe Burrow's way of saying it was, I have to play perfect.
Yeah.
That's his way of saying defense fucking sucks, is he says, I have to be perfect. What you don't hear is because the other side of the ball, they fucking suck. And if I don't play perfect, and he's right. Like yesterday, if we never punted, we win the game. Like if we play like we did against the Commanders, and I'm not just saying like that quality or whatever. I'm saying like every time we get the ball, we score. We win the game. If Joe Burrow would have had a 100% perfect game, meaning we get touchdowns every time that we get a possession, we win the game. So if that's what Joe Burrow wants to put on himself, he's right. Joe, you didn't do enough. You weren't 100% perfect.
You didn't have that 158.3.
The NFL. You're asking a man to go out there and be perfect.
Yeah, Joe Burrow has to carry the goddamn defense.
Joe, you shouldn't have went 30 for 39 and almost 400 yards and 5 touchdowns and 1 interception. You should have had it like 8 touchdowns, 700 yards.
Exactly.
And 39 for 39, my brother.
This is
And
all
I will
Joe Burrow's
say-
fault.
I will say though, that interception, when Tony Pike said it best, man, like that was just poor execution on Chase and on Burrow, because that was easily, Burrow had so many other options and he just locked in on Jamar, and then Jamar had a better option on the route and chose not to take it. It's just, but
Guess what?
like you
Both
said-
of them took accountability for it.
yeah.
Unlike our fucking coaching staff.
No, I think I still made the right plays
Yeah.
or right calls.
And where's the goddamn we need Lou Anarumo on a press conference. Let him ask him some questions about this
They need
shit.
Duke
defense.
Tobin up there on the fucking hot seat.
Yeah. Oh, well, we don't
Yeah.
have a GM, Dale, so we don't have somebody go up there and talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they could put Mike Brown up there. Well, let me tell you what we do, you see, is we got a team and there's a pie. And at halftime, we all had a slice of pie.
Single dad.
What up?
Oh man, yeah.
We need more pie.
Yeah,
we need more pie.
We do need more. Hey, look.
I didn't see the Forbes
do
list,
need
but
more
Mike
pie.
Brown was on it, correct?
Yes, he was.
Yes.
So Mike Brown's on the Forbes list, guys, but we're out
You
here.
got a big old pie.
We're out here sending these fucking decals as season ticket fucking members.
You're right.
Season ticket
Yeah.
member gift.
Hey, look, man, the truck that pulled into the parking lot in front of me had one of those decals on the tailgate. But I could tell how many years he's been a season ticket holder.
Yeah, somebody had that on their car too in front of us, Derek, when we were leaving the game. So people are really proud of these things, man.
Yeah, that's sweet.
I don't even know where mine.
there, man.
I don't even know where mine's at.
I
guess
keep mine
should put
here. I keep mine here so I can bitch at any time about it.
Right.
It's literally right here.
Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, all in all, I mean, it sucks because the talent on the field is not like, you look at the individual. There is good talent on that defensive side. It's just they're not playing up to it.
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah, that's what I said.
absolutely
It's
killing it.
coaching. I agree. That's what I was saying. Like, I do feel like we got talent on the defensive side of the ball. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I mean, Marion Hobby's a guy too. Like, let's just say they're not going to fire loose. It's honestly fucking pointless
Nope.
conversation, I guess. But
They
I
ain't even
said
gonna fire
Duffy,
him in
who
the
is 71. But if they wanted to go with somebody else, Hobby, the D-line coach, but he hasn't called a defense since he was at like Duke, because then he was co-defense coordinator at Clemson. But a lot of times they just give guys that title. So I don't think he's called a defense except for 1 year at Duke, his whole coaching career. So that's the only reason I wouldn't necessarily go with a guy like that. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You just got to shake something up, and maybe I know Jordan Battle in his only 8 snaps didn't play that great, but we saw him play pretty well last year, and I think he's a part of the future. So I'm not writing off the season by saying this, but I want to see these guys get out there, because at least they have a chance to improve and get better and maybe help us win a game. So I want to see more Jordan Battle.
Tay's trying to make friends with you. Dale said Duke should have been fired when they drafted Drew Sample in the second round.
Yeah, and I've tried to say, he's a good blocking tight end, this, that, and the other, but he is a 6th round guy. Like, I follow the draft. He's a 6th round guy. Like, that's the grade I had on him. And I mean, I stand by that. Like, if you draft Drew Sample in the 6th round, he's been a great pick. But Drew Sample has still not been a great pick because you drafted him in the 2nd round. Jackson Carman, 2nd round pick. He's gone. Zach Carter was awful, and he's gone now. He was a 3rd round pick. Like, you invest high draft capital in these guys, and they give you next to nothing, some of these guys.
Especially when those were early draft picks as well. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The high draft capital you invest.
No,
in
I'm
these
saying
guys.
like they were top 5 in the 2nd and 3rd round. Or well, I guess Carmen was.
No, and they traded down with Carmen too.
Yeah,
they traded down, but they said like that was our guy if we didn't trade down, and it's like, why? He wasn't a 2nd round pick. Like,
no,
they overdraft these guys, like, and I mean, fucking idiots like me say you're overdrafting this guy. It's very clear.
Yeah,
but you're telling me that you don't have anybody in that front office that sees that they kind of fuck up a lot on their drafts, and they don't shake something up. They don't hire more scouts. They don't do anything to improve it necessarily.
Maybe your neighbor's got a point here. And when Lou was interviewing for head coaching jobs and he didn't get it, maybe there's a reason. I don't know. I hate to start throwing shade on the guy. You know what I'm saying? But
He is
Foxy's
back to
calling
Lou
his shot.
Armadillo.
I feel like every week we have somebody fire off a shot like this, though, Foxy. So I hope you actually bring the luck this time, because every week, I mean, I think it's been us too that we're going to go on this win streak. You know, here we go, and I felt good about that game, honestly. You know,
so did I.
Thought, and my pick was like, I can't remember exact. I don't know if I wrote it. Oh yeah, it was
34-31 Bengals.
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It was 31-30.
31-30.
Oh, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I said McPherson walk-off, 31-30. We were down 2. But
we almost got the walk-off.
Tied. Yeah. It was almost 41
to
38, but instead we lost on that.
Almost.
You almost got it.
You just missed that, too. It was one Derrick Henry run. It was over. Like, everyone knew it was over. Everybody lined up and was walking out after that kick was missed because it was like, it's over.
Yeah. If only Joe Burrow would have been perfect.
Yeah, that's honestly the biggest problem. Joe Burrow was not perfect.
He was not perfect. Like, if you're looking for reasons on this team, Joe Burrow himself will tell you. It's
Fire
his
Joe
fault.
Burrow?
He has to be
Is it
perfect.
Jake Browning time?
Hey.
Do you
Yeah,
consider
maybe.
putting
I almost forgot. We got to sign Corey Dillon jersey,
That's true.
everybody.
Hey, you know what? Yesterday I came home and I took a shower because Jesus Christ, I was a sweaty fucking mess. Oh my God, it was so fucking. It was like a preseason game yesterday. It was so goddamn hot. So I came home and you know what? I put on my Corey Dillon shirt because at least I got a Bengal that didn't let me down. I put on the Corey Dillon shirt.
What I Corey signed.
Well, originally he did. Remember, you told him fuck Corey Dillon.
Oh, that's right. He did let me down. Yeah, it was a bunch of fuck you, Corey Dillon. But here recently, I've realized.
Well, like I told you when I got the Dillon jersey, son, like, Corey, your hands washed, because he was shoving those Dillon Mayer wings in his mouth left and right. I'm like, Corey, are your hands washed? But then again, hey, Midwest
makes it worth more.
Yeah, right.
On the jersey could be that. That's awesome, actually.
Maybe I'll just smear a little barbecue sauce on it.
I fucking texted Corey yesterday during the game when they put his face up on the
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
on the billboard. No. And I told him, what did I say? I said, oh, they just showed your face on a jumbotron. He said, I hope I wasn't naked. I said, if you were naked, all these bitches here would be slippery.
No, my beard made the jumbotron yesterday. I was walking inside the stadium and I didn't have enough time to get.
I saw that.
To get a picture.
I saw that. I went to go take a picture of it, and it was already off the screen.
Dang! Now you look, Greg. Now you can't. They immortalized the beard.
Yeah. By January, I want your beard to look like Chops.
Once
if you didn't have a beard, they honestly, there's no way in hell they would have put you on there.
No, if they don't want to get New York, the beard's going.
Listen, no.
No, there's no way you could say
that beard is going to coach our defense by the end of the season, Greg.
It's fine, Chop. If they lose and he wants to shave it, it's fine. It just means you don't like pussy.
Right. You don't like pussy.
But yeah, we're an hour in. It's time to end this one. It's been very.
It was time to end this one before it started.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you felt good about doing a show today.
No, I definitely.
Next week we got Malik Neighbors. We're fucked.
Yeah, well, he didn't even play this week, and they won. Like,
he fell on his shoulder.
Like 130
he
yards.
Fell on his shoulder really
and
bad.
Greg, your guy Tyrone Tracy, the running back from Purdue that you liked, he went off and had over 100 yards for them rushing. So you might get a heavy dose of him. I think Singletary might have been out injured as well, but I know he's had some fumbling issues.
I should be your advisor.
That's true.
One real quick thing, Cam, I love you, brother, but you got to stop biting on them double moves. It's been every single week, and it's looking rough.
Yeah, he played a lot better than the week before. I will say that.
A lot better.
But still, his coverage was still not that great at times. And DJ Turner, I was hoping, could, having to come in for Dax, but he struggled. Mm-hmm. I mean, on that Henry run, you just see a guy go, whoop. Yeah, that was DJ Turner.
Yeah, and what was that tight end, Kuhn? Is it Kuhn or Kuhn? How do you say his last name?
There's Charlie Kohler.
Kohler, that's it. What
is
was I thinking?
Is it Kuhn? Is it Cunt?
Is it Kuhn or Cunt?
That guy, it's always not even close. That it's like the third tight end. We always find a way to just let these guys go
Get
the
a
fuck
tutty.
off.
Yeah, do something, right? Do
Well,
something
also we
good.
made Mark Andrews has been pretty irrelevant for Baltimore, but yesterday we made him relevant. He got a
well,
couple good pass catches.
I was gonna
against
say, but
us.
still not too much. And
No, not
Michael
too
got
much.
a touchdown. The other guy got a touchdown. So I,
Mhm.
you know, I almost had to put him in my fantasy lineup. I almost told Derek that because I'm like, I almost want to put him in. He sucks so bad. There's no reason to put him in. It's only just like I don't want him to go off.
Yep.
You know, he's on my
I
bench.
traded
It's my
him 3
fault.
weeks ago
Yeah, well, if I could have traded him,
or 2 weeks ago.
I didn't think anybody wants him, but he'll start playing well. I just assume as soon as I cut him. And there's no tight ends in our league on the waiver wire worth a shit right now.
Right.
So it's bare land out there. And like Gasecki, yeah, he ain't getting it done or anything either. So
Hey guys, I got to head off to a family get together, and so hopefully
Thanks for your 10-minute stop by.
Hey, anytime. Love you guys.
Yeah,
See
why
ya.
couldn't you come on at a normal time? Like we start at 3:30. You should know.
Yeah, even Derek made it.
Derek, you were my failing for the day, buddy.
he was
I
just
was.
looking at himself
I
in a
was.
mirror with his beard and
Right, it's probably staring at that beard.
Exactly. Hey, it's growing on me, so we'll see.
You know he's going to
It's
fucking mow
just-
down some pussy anyway when he leaves here.
Yeah.
Love you guys.
See you,
Love you,
bud.
brother.
See ya. Oh, nice look at Craig's desk. Oh, now it's gone.
Yeah. Hubbard couldn't bring down Lamar. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But she does have her locker now in the house.
Yeah.
First fucking thing she did was put a blanket in one of them and put a cat in it.
Hey, you left your cooler. at
Hey,
my house.
Sam Hubbard's always getting the
Did I?
pussy.
Yeah.
Hey, that just says Sam Hubbard.
Well, I
Always
expect
getting
it to
the
be
pussy.
filled up for the.
Yeah, I was about to say that was your way, is like when the girl leaves the hoodie or whatever, just so she can come back and get it. That was
Yeah,
your
but
way
I
of being
want the
like,
beer. I want the beer filled up for
I'll fill it up for you, baby.
for the Eagles game. With plenty of
50 West beer.
50 West.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still love y'all and thank you guys for tuning in.
We do
I
appreciate
know
it.
it's shitty time, and we're probably going to do a show real soon that we haven't done in a while. So if anybody's thinking about hopping on a show, or if you've ever thought about doing that, make sure you got, well, you don't even have to have a camera. You could still hop on without your camera, because
You can have a camera and not see your face if that's the deal. You can just come
it's
on.
whatever you want to do. But we're probably going to do a show that we haven't done in a while, where we put the link out here in the chat, and anybody that wants to hop in, because I mean, man, like, we can only bitch so much, so we want to give you guys a chance to join us in the bitch
Vent.
or be positive. I honestly
Yeah,
I
be
don't
positive,
get mad
man.
when someone does the opposite of what I do.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. I just give how I feel about something, and it
Right.
doesn't matter if somebody disagrees. That's their right. That's crazy, right? Can you believe that that's allowed? That you're allowed to let people have their own thoughts and feelings. It's crazy.
Yeah. Can you believe
Did
did
Foxy's
you know
ready.
you're allowed to talk bad about players when they're not doing well?
Yeah. And someone don't have to tag them because I say, hey,
Yeah.
Geno Stone's playing like ass. You don't have to tag him and be like, oh, look at this Geno Stone. Guess what, Geno Stone? I'll probably type it again. You played like ass again, so I'll probably type it again. But I don't tag you, because why am I going to tag a player to say, hey, yo, bro, you played like ass. My name's Dale Altman, and I have an opinion.
Yeah. Hey, this is a good point.
I got a lot of money. You don't shut the fuck up. Like,
Did
I
Lamar stiff arm Sam, or did he Did he grab his face mask?
No, he stiff armed him.
Yeah, he fucked him up.
Yeah.
He did fuck him up.
Rename your stadium to hey, you do that, man. It's bad juju. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you that right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Go ahead, please. Please call
You're
this
talking to
Lamar
the
Jackson
kings of Burrowhead. We know.
Right.
You don't do that.
Yeah,
Actually,
because
that's
I
Jeff.
tell people, don't be saying all them names about other people's stadiums that never.
We're not
ends
the
up
kings of
going well for
Burrowhead. That's Jeff that does the Burrowhead.
But
Still,
yeah, you guys got a good squad to root for, man. And I mean, your secondary still obviously got some issues, but other than that, your run defense is elite. Got some damn good players on that side of the ball. Roquan Smith's an animal in the middle, and then Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson.
Kevin
man.
Von
He's
Noy, Kyle Von
He's
Noy,
good.
man, that motherfucker, the ageless wonder.
Yeah, he didn't do too much yesterday, but man, said he had like 6 sacks coming in. Unless that stat was wrong that I looked up, but damn, that man still balls out. But yeah, BK is a beast in the middle. So you guys got a good squad to root for, and
Kyle
You don't
Van
have to
Noy.
chant. You don't have to chant "fuck Joe Burrow," in the stadium.
Yeah.
When we play you on a Thursday night. Imagine that.
After he hurts, after he gets a season-ending injury.
Well, let's not. Well, I wasn't going to put that part in there, Chop.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put that out in the universe, But
whatever.
You guys got a great quarterback. We got a great quarterback. That was a hell of a game. Bengals just find ways to.
They sure do.
What was your saying that you messed up yesterday, Derek? You wanted
grab
another shot
defeat
at it?
in the jaws of victory.
Yeah, there you go. You said
and
it,
that is not what I said. That's
Yeah.
just like every time I work, I try to say every blind squirrel finds a nut, and I just like every squirrel finds a nut. That ain't it.
Every nut finds a squirrel.
No.
It's blind.
Even
What?
a broken clock is right 5 times a day.
All the good things.
Yeah, like I always say.
Yeah.
I don't know, Foxy. I don't know. Friday we usually do a preview show. It'll probably be,
It'll probably be a Monday after we lose.
I was gonna
against the
say,
Giants.
because we do Monday and Friday, but after we lose on Sunday Night Football, Danny Dimes drops 400 on our defense and looks like all fucking Joe Montana out there. Tom
Joe
Brady
Montana.
Then we'll probably put the link in the chat so everyone can hop on, and then you can talk about your 10-game win streak that will start after the Giants.
Exactly,
You know
after
what?
the Giants.
On
each week.
One final note. At least we have this, Dale.
Yeah, OH. Hey, man, IO. But I will
Go
say
Tigers.
that should be a hell of a game Saturday, man. 7:30. Ohio State versus Oregon, number 2 versus number 3. And it's at Oregon, so their fans are going to be juiced for that. We beat them in the national title in 2015 or something like that. So they're going to have a lot. That crowd is going to be hyped. So
yes, it is.
Should be a damn good game, man. I'm excited. I love watching college football. I love the draft process. So
I thought the Iowa game was going to be a good game. I really did, and it was a good game for the Buckeyes.
For first half, it was close in the first half. And then
also LSU versus
Ashton Jeanty.
Arkansas. LSU and Arkansas is going to be a good game
LSU.
too. Let's not forget about LSU and Arkansas. That's going to be also a great game.
But Ashton Jeanty, Jeanty. I got it every week, man. The Heisman campaign should be real for that kid from Boise.
Oh yeah.
First carry passes one for 65, 70. First carry of the game this past week. I mean, he's averaging 200 yards per game rushing. It's insane. He had 90 carries and went over 1,000 yards on the season on under 100 carries. What that kid is doing is insane right now. He's on a pace that I think they said is close to what Barry Sanders did one year. And I mean, Barry Sanders is amazing. So I just got to shout that kid out almost weekly at this point because what he's doing is incredible. And it's all these things become quarterback awards, the NFL, Heisman, this and that. But man, you can't be doing what that kid is doing. And he played Oregon and put up those kind of numbers against a team like that. So it's not he's in this conference lower competition. No, the kid is incredible. He'll be the first running back drafted this year for sure. He'd probably be tearing up in the NFL if he was there. So I just want to shout him out in general. I know we're a Bengals show, but hey, that kid's an incredible football player.
That kid is he's awesome. He should get the fucking Heisman.
If he keeps
he'll
his
be a
pace
nominee
up,
for sure.
Yeah, if he keeps his pace up, he should win it. He should win.
Yeah,
for sure. But appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Yep.
I know we talk football, we talk draft, and I know that's just Chop asked me about it. I didn't start.
That's right. Because I'm trying to look for the silver lining.
Yeah, that's our silver lining. Everybody else is 10-game
right now. All we got is brown lining.
I get a draft pick. Their draft pick might be good if they can draft somebody that doesn't suck.
Hopefully for once they can get someone in the first couple rounds on defense to make a difference. Because that's never mind. We have done that for the past few years also.
All right, man.
We love
Appreciate y'all. It's been a fun show. Shout out to the Baltimore people that hopped in. You guys are cool too. We like to have.
And you're welcome to jump on when we throw out the link at another show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, man. Appreciate everybody. Who Day is